This is Nelson the horse. And Nelson the horse lives in a very waterlogged field, which is not suitable for keeping horses in. As you can see, Nelson is soaking wet, and this is the coldest day of the year, on the 28th of December 2017. Look at Nelson's tail, completely matted, completely full of mud. In fact, this area of the horse here should be white, but as you can see, it's just all matted with mud. So this is how Nelson gets to live, freezing cold, covered in water, covered in mud, because this field is not suitable for a horse to live in. As you can see, on the day that these photographs were taken, ice was on the ground, and as you can see, throughout the field, mud patches, and a stinking, wet, dirty horse, which in my estimation has not been looked after, has not been kept clean, has not been brushed, and on this, the coldest day of the year, this horse is out in the sub-zero temperatures without a blanket. So when you see a horse like this, soaking wet, does it make you feel angry? Does it make you feel sad? When you see a horse that is so dirty that you can hardly see the white parts of its fur? I actually know Nelson's original owner. Her name's Laura, and Laura said, in relation to how Nelson is being kept right now, that she is so upset by it she can't even speak about it. That's how bad it is. Is it normal to keep a horse like this in a field full of mud? Is it normal to keep a horse in conditions that will eventually lead to it getting foot rot? We told the owner that this wet field was not suitable for a horse, and yet the owner doesn't seem to care, because the owner has another agenda. The owner only cares about one thing: maintaining a position of having a house, and using this poor horse in order to justify that it must be a house because he now has animals in his farmyard. He's even started to make the barn building look like a farmyard by screwing on bits of wood like this to the outside. It's utterly pathetic. And yet, whilst poor Nelson, unbrushed, unkept, with absolute matting and disgusting quality to his fur, lives out in the cold, the greedy landowner who pretends to care about horses is in the warm. Do you call this a well-kept horse? Do you call this well maintained? And although he's built a stables, the stables is as muddy in the interior area as it is muddy in the exterior area. And believe it or not, the owner has not put any hay down on the ground for the horse to sleep on. So the horse cannot lie down in this stables, because it would be wetter to lie down in the stables indoors than it would be to lie in the field. It's that muddy. So if you think this is wrong, and you think that Nelson deserves better than this. Maybe you should get in touch with the RSPCA, as we are doing. Maybe you should report the terrible condition of this horse, who has been neglected since day one. This horse's only purpose in life is to serve the ego nature of the psychopath who owns him. And it's got to stop. Please do what you think is right.